was working. But not that, guys.
You ever booted up a used console and realized the previous owner left behind some stuff you really don't want to...
So I need to go into my videos and then onto my channel to get the audio. I just need to be sure.
What's up, guys? It's... What's up, guys?
Yeah, right. We have working audio. So welcome to the stream. It's not going to be a long stream. You'll be lucky if you get an hour out of me. But with all that said, I've been busy today. I went out and bought something that I've been wanting to do for about a week. So I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I'm trying to get the chance to find one or go out and actually do it. And I couldn't really decide where I wanted to go with it. But you know, I went and done it. So I've been saying that I wanted to replace some of my older gaming consoles due to, like, over the last couple of months, the 360 I had, which was an old fat model, which I had for quite a long time, had got the red ring of death and died. And most recently my PS3, which was one of the rare backwards compatible ones, unfortunately yellow lighted, which was not great. But today I went out and bought this. I've got a full 5-year warranty on. It's the slim Xbox 360, and thankfully it was the matte finish I got on this one. There is the chrome one, but that thing looks bad if it gets dusty or iron prints on it. So in general, and I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, picked up 10 games to go with it as well, so that helps. So, you know, I'll be playing a bit of that in this stream. I'm actually going to quickly put you guys down somewhere while I go quickly get some food. And that also means I can briefly charge the phone a bit more. Because that's kind of why this got delayed. I had to take a phone call, and unfortunately that meant it wasn't being charged. But, you know, I'm happy with the results. So I'll be plugging that in, setting up. I do plan to go get another PS2 eventually. So I did want to finish playing that Futurama because I was enjoying myself with that. Hey, how's it going? I'm going to have to put you here temporarily. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Maybe quicker than that. Is there? I do apologise, it's not the best place for you to sit during a stream. I'm just moving some things around and getting some stuff sorted. Have I counted? Not yet. On it, I've been out all day, that's why I've not had the chance. If it helps, the last time I counted, which was probably nearly a year ago, it was at something like 80 or 90 sets. But I've bought since quite a few. So today I was saying I made a short on it. So obviously I was kind of playing a game of chance with this, right? There was 3 consoles that I planned to buy, and I was like, I'll just buy whatever one I find first and then buy the other 2 at another time. So I was looking for a PS3 Slim, a fat PS2, and 360 Slim. And obviously I got the 360 Slim. So what I find insane, I remember around the time this came out, they changed the design. This is now 16 years old. That is crazy. When was this one made? 2011. And that one there has got the biggest storage. Now, nowadays, right, I know that modern game consoles can come with 500 gigabytes and like a terabyte of storage. But when that came out, as far as game consoles went, that has 320. But obviously the games back then were a bit smaller. But I need to quickly go do something. But I'm going to test something in this stream, right? So this console coming from CEX will be factory reset, right? But the 360, right? I don't really know if there's a thing with modern game consoles as much, but the dashboard changed so many times on it. Completely different layouts. I'm curious if so this is 2010, so it would have one of the old style dashboards in it. I'm curious, right? They'll have factory reset it. Or if they've done any updates, the update will be on the hard drive. I did play some GameCube. So I take out the 360 hard drive, right? I'm curious if it'll load up any of the original dashboards. That's an old school 360 hard drive for those of you who are a bit younger. 320. That would have been, so this would have been the most expensive model at the time. But I'm going on Saturday, me and a bunch of co-workers that I hang out with. We're going to a few retro game shops on Saturday. So while I'm there, I'm going to be looking to see if they've got any PS2s or PS3s. Because I'm looking to rebuild my collection of consoles. Unfortunately, a couple of them did die. And I could go and I could buy another one of those. I could go and find another PS3 that does PS2s. Like, the way that console worked is the original fat PS3 had the PS2 and PS1 motherboards inside it. But all that power, the consoles famously would overheat and die because of how much power they had to use or how strained they were. But the original fat PS2s are very reliable. I know plenty of people who still have them, and those consoles came out around 2000, they still work really well. So I'm going to buy one of those, and I looked online, the slim PS3 that came out when that got its update, that's not known for having any serious problems. So I'm going to pick up one of those as well. Like, yeah, I do like some modern games, but I'm mostly an retro gamer kind of person. I say retro. Like, when in my mind, I think retro games, I think of stuff like the 80s or 90s, but realistically, retro... The games I played as a kid are now on like the list of retro games, which is insane. I did pick up a good amount of games that you would have saw on the short as well. These are some favourites. There's a few that I do mean to go ahead and buy. There's a few really good ones here though. Do love the case I found on this one though. Hey, right, I need to quickly go do something. So you guys are going to be on charge while I'm out. I'm changing the phone setting. I know it's not ideal to do this while I'm streaming, but I'm trying to figure things out. Right. Sorry about all that. I'm back. I thought it'd be smart, right? That when I was. Oh, hey, it's Wesley. Yeah, I thought more while I was away to do that. Honestly, do you know what's crazy, Wesley? See, for me, like, how many people have said things like that? It's nuts. So welcome to the stream. So I was explaining in the last couple of streams that I like to play on the older generation of consoles, like especially right when it comes to Star Wars gaming. That has fell right off, if you ask me. See the PS2 360 era, those two eras there of like gaming. That's where the best Star Wars games come from. Do you know what? I've got some good content coming up. So basically, I've been playing on those consoles. Unfortunately, some of those consoles are known to fail, so I had to go out. I was out today and I picked up. I'm gonna have to. I know I've already got a little list of games to play on these streams that I think will do well. Star Wars related content, but I picked up a 360 Slim in order to play some of those games. But I'm gonna get that all set up and organized. The one thing I've just realized I don't know where it is, and I'm gonna torture myself with this one, is I have no idea, nowhere in hell where it's the rechargeable packs, because my 360 died, I think, back in October. I just never bothered to get that sorted until right now. In the space to get it all wired up. Well, no, we'll soon find out like how well I've remembered where things are. We're gonna find out. In all fairness, I'm trying to think where it is. I do have a wired 360 controller because I can't be bothered changing batteries. I'm lazy that way. That might actually be a good shout to actually see if I know where that is. But I have a suspicion. So, just go, and this bag here has all the stuff for it. It's a little glitchy. We're having not so great weather outside, so that might be part of it. Oh, they have made an interesting choice here with the brick for the machine. Ah, right, Wesley. So the reason you can't send the donations, you can't send them on YouTube. YouTube, for some reason, decided last year that my channel should not be monetized. And basically, they've said to me, your views at the moment, we want you to work up to getting it again. So basically, I'm very close to having it work again. But donations, see if you go on my TikTok page, what I did was, in my TikTok bio, there should be a clickable link that takes you to a PayPal kind of thing for that. Like, it's a business PayPal account. So that's probably where you're best going. If not, I'll personally send you the link if you really want to donate. But yeah, let's get all this set up. It was an idea given by a couple of people. If it was a friend, that is dodgy the way they've done that. Look, I'm not a fan of how that's been done there. As long as it works. The guy said that this console had only just been tested and approved earlier that day. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Joe, YouTube have actually given me something that I didn't know I could do. You know how when you go on TikTok and I'll tell you all your likes combined and stuff? Well, on my YouTube homepage, there's now a button. Now, I have YouTube Studio. I've always had that. But it doesn't tell you everything complete. It tells you like all your views your channel's ever gotten. But I've added this button, and I'm going to be sharing this on the Instagram because I think this is cool. What they've done is an actual button that tells you the total. So every view I've ever had, it's like I've had 26,000 likes on this channel. I've had 4,000 something comments. I've had over 520,000 views. I'll give you something as well, Wesley. See, so about 5 days ago, you'll have noticed I started to share short content just as an experiment. See, that experiment has had over 23,000 views. In fact, I'm going to quickly test it on this before I load it, plug things into other sockets. I've removed the hard drive from the 360 because I'm curious about something. All right. Okay. All right, we've got some confirmation. It's all right. Yesterday was quite a short one. So the power source does work. That's all right. So yeah, because you know what it is, most of my favorite video games are going to be Star Wars ones. In fact, one of my favorite games, in fact, it's right behind me. I can show you it. To be fair, I just bought this one. It's been product tested and given me a 5-year warranty. My PS3, that thing, the red light of death was on the fat one. That's what happened to my other one. In fact, recently, it was on a live stream. My PS3 yellow lighted. Because I'd bought one of those rare ones that could do 3 consoles worth of games, but the problem with having 3 motherboards or whatever it was to put inside those, they would die. But we're saying about Star Wars games, one of my favourite ones is right behind you. For the PS1, Star Wars Demolition, which is it's a really fun game. No, my previous one was like the big fat original one. That one I've purchased. I'm like, you know what? Those ones are not known for failing. To give you an example, right? I was doing research into this because it's been that long. But the 360 was in the mainstream news at the time because of how they were on like BBC News and stuff. Because it was like, and there's videos of rooms. There's like hundreds of 360s all hooked up, all red ringing. Like that's how bad those were. The PS3 was bad for yellow lights, but not that. The PS3 was not as bad as what the 360 was known for. Right. Let's get all this hooked up then. So I did only looked in one of the stores I was in, but I plan to look in a couple more. Because on Saturday, like I said, me and a couple of co-workers, we have a interest in retro games. So we are going to go have a look at a few places. And when we're out, I'm going to try and see if I can pick up a regular PS3 and a regular PS2 rather than have the combo, which broke. So at least I know those two consoles separately were not a problem. Today, my goal, as I was saying in the short, was whatever console out of the 3 I found first, I would go ahead and purchase. I happened to find the 360 Slim first. I found a whole bunch of PS2s, to be fair, but they were all the slim ones that kind of have the open top way of opening, and those ones, they were known for having faults with disc reading. Do you know what it is, right? original games have... Hey there. Original games... Sorry, the older games have more charm to them, and they're kind of... Some of them end up being investments. I was looking online on a few stores. Like, they do, like, the retro gaming and stuff. Some PS1 and 2 games are worth insane money. And that's just for, like, limited release. Like, because, you know, obviously, with the internet and stuff, limited release doesn't really mean much anymore. Right, let's double check all these cables. They said they gave me a HDMI cable. Or did they just only give me that? I mean, I probably do have a... Right, there's a controller on that one. No, HDMI cable's down there. Perfect. So this live will not be the longest one I'm going to do, but you know what? These are doing better than TikTok did. And Wesley, I know you watch me on there. I haven't uploaded as much lately. I am going to get back to that. Just TikTok has left a sour taste in my mouth after how they treated me. Oh, nice. This is a high-end cable. Oh, that's perfect. So plug one end into the switcher. Yeah. Hey. See, I don't really think people seem to care that much now, but I remember years ago having a gold HDMI was a big deal. Because the gold-plated ones were kind of the ones that, you know, had the highest resolution or highest quality, rather. If I can do this without knocking things on the shelf, that would be kind of ideal. I tell you what's a good game, Wesley, and I think it's the PS2 this was on. It's one of the Star Wars games, and it's Pod Racer Revenge is a lot of fun. To be fair, I'm surprised I did not make Cloud City the background. Someone made that suggestion, just have all the rare stuff be your background. I did consider it, but I do like this movie layout it is going for it. But yeah, Wesley, you have it. Yeah, Pod Racer Revenge, brilliant game. For those who don't know, it's essentially like the old school NASCAR or Formula One racing games, but with the pod racers from the Phantom Menace. I'm like, you can't really get much more fun than that. Alright, let's get it wired in. But I'm looking out for a PS2 to rebuy, so there's that. Because I foolishly sold my PS2 when I bought the PS3 that could do PS2 games. I do slightly regret that. But at the time I was like, well, I should be fine. I shouldn't have a problem with this. You know, next to the Xbox One, the 360 is so small. So I'm gonna, my curiosity, right? I've taken out the hard drive. I'm not answering that. So I'm well aware of meme culture. So I think they're in that box there. But I've got the rechargeable battery pack thing. So let's have a little look in there for that. In fact, I think I can see it. In fact, no, let's be smart. I've got a wired controller somewhere for it from the last one. So let's have a little look. See how good my memory is on where I stored things when I set up these shelves. Damn and blast, I was wrong. Alright, I'm really confused as to where I stored those. Oh, they're in those bags, that's why. Yeah, man, thanks for joining. Right. Right, I found the wiring that charges those packs. And I'm going to hope and pray that I put them in here when I wasn't using them. I mean, sounds like something I would do. But then again, I could not tell myself where that wired controller is. Wesley, you might relate to me on this one, but if you grew up playing game consoles that had wired controllers, wireless still feels weird. And this is years and years later, it still feels odd. Right, I've got the cables. Don't tell me the actual pack's not in here. That will be more than unfortunate. Aha! Oh, we're in business. It's these ones here. Right, granted, I'm going to have to plug it in and play while we do it because it does need to charge, but I removed the hard drive because I wanted to test a theory on game. Wait, what's that? Is it behind there? No, I don't know why I thought that, but alright. Now, you know, of course, it is factory reset. Crap, this is not that wire. This is the one that recharges the Xbox One version. Shoot. I thought I suspiciously found that a little too easy. Wait, what's this? This is the dongle for one of them. I do have two controllers that are powered by wires. I have no idea where I put them. Alright, this is the correct wire for the packs. Lego knowledge. There. Remembering to store wires correctly. I'll read your comment in a second. I'm a little bit too far to read it. But the way I'm doing this now, Wesley, is I'm relegating building sets on stream to Fridays. And I think this must be day, like, what? This has to be like day 14 or 15 or something of going live every day in a row. Alright, I found the thing. Do you know what's insane, right? So one of my friends, right, has a kid. And granted, this is someone who had a kid like really young. And that kid the other day, I got sent a video and they were asked, what year do you have to be born in to be considered old? In their mind, if you were born in 2015, you're old. And I don't like that. I'm like, wait a minute. Right, so this controller should be pre-synced. If not, I don't mind having to sync it. It's quite easy. Right, so we've got that. I'm going to line up the camera a bit better. So let's let the, I'm quickly throw this box and that back in there. Right. Right, it is synced. English, United Kingdom. Nah, I'm fine. I'm not connecting this to Wi-Fi. I don't see the point. Connect later. Hard drive in, and this should be a no. Apparently, this is the standard dashboard. You cannot have the older ones. All right, that's me corrected. That's why I'm going to now plug in the hard drive and stuff. I just wanted to test a theory on something there. Plug that back in. It's a 320 gigabyte hard drive, so this should be quite helpful. You see that startup sound? Scratch boy, hey, how's it going? Right, so here's where we're at. I'm gonna make a profile. I could download my Xbox One profile, but that's not as fun. One second. So, yeah. Is there a limit on how many letters I can have? Apparently not. Or I've not found it yet. Oh, the little character avatar thing. This is something they did away with. Alright, let's do this then. Yeah, sure, that doesn't look like me. Yes, I will change hairstyles. That stuff needs to be longer. Change my style. Right, what colour am I going for? There we go. He's now going to do a dance. He's very happy about now looking correct. So I'm going to do two things, right? I'm going to plug these back in. So, you know, again, it's a bit of an annoying situation, but I didn't want to leave the live later, so I didn't charge my phone very much. Let's get the cable sorted. You know what? That was worth the 50 quid it cost me, and with a warranty, I mean, you can't really complain for that. The money in that is brilliant. It's never going to be my most successful live setting up a console, but it's still going to be a pretty good damn console. Also, tomorrow will be a bit longer, so I'm going to take the tags off the games. But it was like controller charge a little bit while I do this. But yeah, the way I want to do this, right, is I want to do gaming live throughout the week. Maybe if I'm doing a Lego build, it takes me multiple days, and that'll happen. But I'm kind of trying to reserve Friday as the day for all that stuff. There we go. Got the tags off that. No, but you must. No, I forgot one. But nah, you're out of here, man. I'm not putting out with that here. Yeah, a really good fun game here. Liberty City, episodes from Liberty City is quite good. You get 2 extra characters you can play as part of the, which all interact with each other at one point or another in the main game as well. So whereas this live might not be that long, I do plan to at least get a couple, at least one, let's say at least one short out tonight as well. And just to get some stuff done. Not to mention, after this live, I think I'm going to be busy looking for those extra controllers. I think that's kind of unnecessary. It's a really addictively fun game from back in the day, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I really do like that new analytics feature they've added without having to go into what YouTube Studio. Really good, actually. Is this actually having an effect? Yeah, it is. It's having the desired effect. So while I do this, it'll charge up a bit, which means we can get this set a little bit longer out of the stream, which is great. That is a game that is naturally quite nostalgic though. That Liberty City, or sorry, episodes from Liberty City is quite nostalgic. Especially like one of the radio stations, like I always found their like slogan quite funny. Was it LCHC will give you something to be angry about? So how is everyone doing today anyway? Do you know what? It feels like a Sunday to me, right? Because I was off today. I'm back in tomorrow, even though like today's Tuesday and tomorrow's Wednesday. Weird because of how my schedule normally works. Just getting this sorted out. But we're doing so well so far in terms of live content. I've not screwed it up. I've not missed a day. I came very close to missing a day very recently, but you know that was avoided. Wait to show you this game save. I hope. Oh no! I hope they've not put a sticker on it to ruin it. That would be extremely unfortunate. This one here. I've only got another 2 to do. Oh no, they have. God damn you. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the case. It's a cool case. It's one of those reflective ones. There's the regular case. That is cool. Right, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do after I've done this is I'm going to quickly go make some food. I'll leave you like this charging, which means we can have a bit more time on the live and we'll do a bit of gaming in this live. You know, which is always good. So let's get one more tag, that corner one. Right. I'll be back in a couple of minutes and then we'll go from there, right? I'm hungry and I've got something specific in mind. So I'm going to quickly go sort out the cooking for that and then I'll be back and we'll do a little bit of gaming, like even like 20, 25 minutes, something like that. It just means it'll be, you know, even more fun tomorrow when I properly get to it. All right, I'm back. Let's figure out what we're playing. Right, so 421%. I will stay alive till I hit 5, just because why not? And you know, I don't like doing short lives. For me, it doesn't make too much sense. Like if I'm gonna do them, I like to. An hour is like the minimum I like to do. Like granted, say if I'm building something small like a battle pack, then it'll probably, you know, it'll probably be a short one. But yeah. So let's see what we're gonna play. I'll look at what we've got. So the first game that is immediately out is Grand Theft Auto 5, purely because if I remember right, on 360 you have to do. In fact, I'm gonna double check. I've got to look through these to see if I've got any posters all inside. Central 2 does not. Arkham City, maybe because it's got a special thing on it. Grand Theft Auto 5 had the annoying install disc. Oh, there's some stuff inside here. No, that's just a game. These just do you just get 2 game manuals in this? Yes. I remember that being a disappointment in 2013, actually. I won't have to sit and wait for those install discs. The complete saga won't, but let's check. Because I imagine it's like a big poster or something inside it. Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. Does not. Alright, weirdly enough, Grand Theft Auto 5 does not have the map poster, but that's not a big problem. Yep, it has disc 1, which is... This is what I was on about. You see the bottom, it says install disc. So I'll do that, like, not tonight. Modern Warfare 2 will not have a poster inside it. Who knows, maybe we'll do a bit of Call of Duty. One game I need to pick up is Ghosts. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit? Well, obviously not. Maybe, I wonder if these 2 other Grand Theft Auto games. Let's have a look. See what the deal is with that. No, a Panfoot for Xbox Live. The old school text in that. That's crazy. GTA 4 itself. Maybe the store I bought these in, it doesn't actually give the I suppose it prevents me from covering the walls of posters. Call of Duty Ghosts. 7-day Xbox Live Gold Trial. I remember years ago these were brilliant to get in the cases as well. I don't know if they do that still. I don't know. Right, so I've read out a bunch of games. You comment what game you think we should play on the live for a bit. I'm gonna quickly go double check the food. I'm thinking Liberty City Stories just because I've not played that in so long. Yeah, we'll play this for a bit. Put these in here for now. Picked up 10 games when I bought it, which is not too bad. Right. So the cool thing about Episodes from Liberty City, that was a DLC that released in 2009, a year after Grand Theft Auto 4 came out. And of course I have now misplaced the 360 controller, as I was always bound to do. Yes, I will reconnect the controller. Something I may invest in this time round is one of those battery things. Or, you know, I'm going to have another stab at trying to figure out what the hell I put those 2 wired controllers on the thing. I can't find them or I've accidentally thrown them out. They are, like, stupidly cheap on eBay. In fact, Amazon sell a decent one. We're going Lost and Damned to the Ballad of Gay Tony. Funny enough, Tony has appeared in GTA Online over the last 10 years. Yeah, I'm sure I played the Lost and Damned more back in the day. So for those who don't know, the Lost and Damned is all about like the motorcycle club. The Battle of Gay Tony is more like, I think if I remember right, that's more gangster stuff. I didn't really play that one. No, the Lost and Damned is all about like the motorcycle club. Yeah, because they're called the Lost MC, if I remember right. And then they do appear in Grand Theft Auto 5 when Trevor kills Johnny. Johnny Clevitz, who's the main character you play in this. I mean, could have got a DLC like this to GTA 5, but we never did. In case it's copyrighted. Oh yeah, you pick up the guy from prison.
Watching out for me. Don't question me. Sometimes you gotta look out for yourself, Billy.
Yep, the other bikers just casually crashing into me. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure they end up selling his bike while he's in prison.
Johnny, what's going on? Not much, Bill. Usual stuff. We missed you, Bill. So, aching for a fucking drink here? Amiguito. Come on, just pour Willie wet back. Boys? Wet pussy and try to salud. Another round for you. Goddamn right. Yummy. So, Johnny boy, where's my bike? Oh, it is. Let me rephrase the question. Where the fuck is my bike and where the fuck haven't you got it back for me? Because you know where it is. Are you deaf? Give me that whiskey. Are you fucking deaf? No. Then answer the goddamn question. Why the fuck haven't you got it back for me, friend, brother? One word. Business. Like I told you when you were in there. Or were you so busy playing holier than thou, you started believing your own bullshit? Give me. You know, I've had a complicated few weeks. You know, coming off heroin's kind of hard. I think I acquired this touch of amnesia. What business is more important, Mr. 1980s yuppie big shot, than your best friend's bike when he's close to getting 15-year stretch? The business that pays his lawyer's fees. The business that puts food on all of our tables. The business that we are all in while you're out pretending to be safe. Get my bike! What am I, your fucking dog? I told you not. You told me. You told me. You don't tell me shit, you little fuck. Listen, Billy. They were pissed, and they had a reason. Your bike chopped that girl's leg off. Put Joe Jones' nephew in a coma. The deadbeats kept the bike. And we needed the money. Needed some balls. Some fucking heart. Something. I can't believe I'm hearing this shit. I can't believe I'm hearing this. After everything we did for you. Paid your rehab. Paid your lawyer's fees. Paid your rent. Paid everything. Shit, we set stuff up for you. We do well, man, but it's time to be smart. You're right. No, you're right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run right out and buy a condo, get a mortgage, 401k, then fold that over into an IRA and a CD. What the fuck, man?
Is he gonna make me go get the bike back? I think he is.
Brothers, I couldn't let you run this errand without me. You might fuck it up. Until we get my bike, I'm the monkey on your back. That guy with the 4-yard might know where the bike is. He's over in Guantanamo.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I'm actually going to turn the game down this because I don't, unless there's a way to turn off the radio. No, like, because it's just cycling through stations. Seriously, in GTA 4, GTA episodes in Liberty City, you're stuck listening to the radio at all times. So I had to turn down the audio. Just as to not cause any problems. Well, essentially, right at the chop yard, like you saw in the cutscene, he's like super pissed. I didn't mind having the volume up in the cutscene, but it's more so when you're on the bike and there's radio playing. I can't be bothered with issues there. So this is never going to be like the best stream I do ever, like, you know, view-wise, like-wise, but you know what, I'm having a lot of fun. I didn't mind playing GTA Online, but on these streams, but all you were getting to really see me do was just make money for businesses. So it's granted, right? Some of you might have enjoyed that, but I think this is more fun. So actually doing a story and something mission-based when I'm on streaming, at least I feel like I can give better commentary there. as much as it's not too much fun playing it without the audio. Can I bubble it? Can I do it? I cannot go on my... Maybe it's because he's on the back of the bike. No, I can't do that. It doesn't let me. So are we enjoying the stream anyway? Like, regardless. In fact, I'm going to quickly go check on the food. I'll be like right back. Options, we're at 15, so we'll go till it says 5. Right, I'm back. Let's continue. When this stream ends, I'll be playing this with volume. But yeah, occasionally we will have these streams that just don't do so well, but these are still fun to do. Like, I get enjoyment out of it. Quite a bit, actually. This should be where the guy that reviews the whole thing on the bike. Hmm. The only knock I have against this, right, is if you're doing this stuff particularly, I'm trying to get one. They do crash into you, as you can kind of see as a problem, but other than that, it's not the hardest thing in the world. Though the problem is if you get too far away from them, like a picture can mission fail. Oh wow! I do feel kind of bad because I did advertise it today would have like loads along, at least 2 streams. But the refund for the PS3 came in, so I was like, no, I'm gonna go buy a console. But if you're new here, don't worry, we do actually build sets, but I can just reserve that for Fridays. Hmm. If I remember as a kid, I did like the first 3 or 4 missions and then just decided to be a destructive bugger in this game and just fight with the police. That tank, no, that tank doesn't appear to be one that can blow up. I thought it was like a gas tank or something. Oh, that is. Right, now I've got... Oh, so now I've got... Oh, this is a bit I remember not liking. I have to follow that guy, Billy. Yeah, the bike, like I said, it can be fun and not fun to use. I'll check the bar percentage and stuff once I get to where it doesn't even give you a waypoint. Like, to go ahead of them, you must. Like, if I drive in front of them, I want to see what happens. I can't remember. It's not telling me I can't. It's nuts to me how old this game is. It still feels like a newish game. Oh, they all slam into him as well, apparently.
You gotta drink, fuck what you gotta fuck. I don't care. Kill who you gotta kill. Get it out of your system. And when you do, give me a call and we'll get back to business.
You're not my P.O., brother. Remember who the head of this chapter is.
I do, man. Trust me.
Tell me, you still have Ashley's phone number? Why don't you give her a call for me? Tell her I'm inside getting all sorts of fucked up, and that I would really like, we, meaning all of us, love some old.
And I'm turning it down again. Right, let's go in and save the game. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing or not. Plus, I feel like it's good practice just to save after every mission. Remember, is it not back in this room you go to save? I'm sure it's on the bottom floor. Yep, I found it. So what date does this Xbox think it is? I'm assuming like 2011, because that's when it says it was manufactured. No, I think it's the 11th of November 2000. Sorry, the 22nd of November 2005. That's kind of weird how the later Xboxes. Again, this is 6 years before this console existed. I'll admit the controller is not the greatest. I will probably order something in the next couple of days. To steal me a car. Right. Where are we at in terms of percentages? So I've had a lot of fun with this live. That was kind of cool to set that up and go through it all. You know, sometimes I don't have to do Lego things. That's, you know, the lives are kind of a canvas for creativity or some crap like that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what time, but that'll be announced either on the community page or in a short. I'll see you there.